Hello, this is video number 2 of making a collage. So if you remember, we're making a collage that's built up of bits of torn books, bits of newspaper, little bits of painted paper to make our base for the collage. And I'm going to show you how to do that in this video number 2. So we've got to this point where we've done some green painted patterns. And I've also collected some bits of newspaper, little bits of torn old books. I tear them because you get a much more interesting edge than if you were to cut them. So I'm going to now start to arrange these on my base paper, and any cartridge paper will do for this. If you remember, I often use lining paper, like wallpaper lining paper that's heavy duty. It's really good. So I've got bits of ripped up paper, and I'm going to just now start to mess around arranging them. So I'll put those there. And I want a kind of patchwork of pattern and colour, and then the writing paper. Okay, so I'm now going to rip. I just rip carefully. Don't need to do it quickly. Paper often rips, I find, better one way than the other, so that was quite difficult to rip that way. Oh yeah, it's going much more straighter this way. So and that's the difficult way. So I'm just going to go slowly down there, and then the easy way where it rips a lot straighter. Okay, so there's one piece. I liked this one here, nice bright block, so rips easily one way, a bit more difficult the other way, so I'm just going to go very, very slowly and carefully. You can see that? There. Oh, I like that one that we did with the circles, so let's get a bit of that one. You don't need to use all your patterns. You can make a few collages or just be happy with this one. So that actually looks really nice, doesn't it, against that bit of newspaper colour there. And I've got my old bit of book. So now I'm just playing around, and if you remember, I kind of had things on a grid. They weren't all sort of shooting off at funny angles, and that was to give a kind of calmness to what could be a very messy piece of work. So what else am I going to use? Now, the reason I quite like to use a lot of the book is that when I come to do the drawing over the top, I don't need it too busy underneath. I need to be able to see my drawing, if you see what I mean. So I'm going to have a bit more of that book maybe there. The other thing is I want some space to do my bit of writing. Could do that across the top, or I don't know, down. I quite like that down there. I like that little bit of a leak there, so I might have that down there. Okay, so I've got my grid of colours. Now I just use a little pot of glue. You can use a Pritt stick type glue, or I just sometimes get a bit of PVA glue, squirt it out onto a piece of paper or a little saucer or whatever. And then I just use the back of my finger to glue it down. So use this bit of scrap paper so I don't get all the rest of my work too gluey, and I just go around the edges really with a thin film of glue. So I think I had, and it doesn't matter if you can't quite remember how you had it, just build it again. That one in the middle because I want to draw over the top of that. This one I really like. Again, just make sure the edges are well gluey. You don't want flappy edges. The middle doesn't matter quite so much. So nicely glued edges. Where did I have that one? I think I had it. Actually, maybe that one needs to be glued down first. Oop. That one there. And then this one I'm going to put there. Now you can often get another piece of paper to kind of go down over where you glued and rub all over, and that just makes sure it's nice and flat. Okay, so you get the idea. We're just going to slowly build up and stick down till we're all good with our, that was down there, wasn't it? Ready to draw and paint and write over the top. Okay, and that will be in video 3. Okay, I'll meet you there.